Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shot from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this was, I just had to take a look at it on the title. It says Louisiana father fatally shot after confronting 17-year-old who snuck through the upstairs window to see his 14-year-old daughter. Man, I haven't seen all of this, but I think I saw like the first 10 seconds, but I figured, hey, we just gonna go straight off through the spirit. So let's let this play.
A teenager in the hospital this evening awaiting a murder charge after a shootout at this home. Good evening. Police say the boy snuck into his girlfriend's home, got caught, and then shot and killed her father.
The teen was injured in an exchange of gunfire. Bess Casterly live in the newsroom with new details tonight.
The girl's father had tried to keep them apart many times before, but police say the teen murder suspect wouldn't stay away. Forbidden young love taking a deadly and criminal turn in Zachary.
The daughter had a boyfriend over, and the father came home, and there was an altercation.
A double shooting in this quiet neighborhood. Monday, police revealing new information. 17-year-old Nicholas McQuarter going to see his girlfriend.
The suspect had got a ladder, got into the second story window to see the homeowner, Desmond Hamilton's 14-year-old daughter.
Something that was forbidden by the 14-year-old's father, Desmond Hamilton.
Other instance, I'm learning that when they lived at a prior place, an apartment complex, he used a ladder to get in there. So this has been an ongoing issue, and that they was hoping to stop it, but it continued.
When Hamilton realized what was happening, he took action.
Desmond brought him downstairs and began talking to him. An argument ensued. They began getting onto the 14-year-old. As they were getting on the 14-year-old, shots were fired.
Police don't know who fired first yet, but at the end, Hamilton was dead. McQuarter in the hospital. The victim was more than just a protective father. He was a valuable asset to his community. This partly constructed building was going to be Hamilton's gift to Zachary, a snowball stand at the heart of the avenues where he grew up. Family and friends say he was trying to do what was best for the future of his family, much like that fateful day. McQuarter will be booked with second-degree murder when he's released from the hospital. Live in the newsroom, Bess Casserly, WBRZ News 2.
Thank you, Bess.
Wow. So we have a situation where the father got taken out by the boyfriend. And I'm sure there's way more to this story, but obviously there must be something about this boy that the father did not like. I mean, minus the fact that of the age difference. Now, if we were in the old world, then, something like this really wouldn't be a big deal. But, we're in this modern time and you just can't do stuff like that. That's why the scripture says, all right, we have to, basically you got to render to Caesar what Caesar. All right. This is Matthew 22 and 21. And it says, they say to him, Caesar's. Then saith he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto the Most High the things that are of the Most High. Okay? And while we're under bad Uncle Esau's rulership, you need to abide by the laws. You got to you got to abide by the law that he created. Now, granted, this brother wasn't 18, but just the mere fact that he's 17 and this girl is really just starting her teenage years. It's like, dude, like, you can't find a 17-year-old or 18-year-old. Like, what's going on with this young girl that you just can't get enough of, that you can't get from a 17 or 18-year-old chick? So, that's something that's, has yet to be, I believe, truly explained. But in this society, you just can't do that. I mean, when a guy's 17, you might as well say he's 18. All right, he's going after a 14-year-old girl. As I said, if we were in the ancient world, this would not be a problem. But we are in so-called modern times under bad Uncle Esau's rulership. So you got to abide by the law. And I don't even know, was this Louisiana? I don't even know what the legal age is, or what they consider what's appropriate and what's not appropriate for, as far as dating, and I don't know, that's just a bugged out situation. And another thing that I found kind of odd, as I had mentioned briefly before I got this point out, there must have been something wrong with this guy, that the father just consistently or persistently just said, look, dude, I don't fucking like you. Stay away. And the thing is, he has all the right to do that because he is the father. And if he feels that this boy, which he is not in a position where he can care for her and take care of her, then this guy has all the right to say, no, I don't want you to be with my daughter. Because you have to remember, there's two things that come to mind, and one is that let me put it on pause and find it. I couldn't find the one I was looking for, but this is a good one. Okay. And one of the things, as I mentioned earlier, is that the reason why the father didn't like this guy is because he wasn't a guy that he felt that he can entrust to this young boy or man, however you choose to classify. And here's a scripture that lets you know that a father has to feel comfortable entrusting a daughter to another man because he's going to take care of her. And this is Tobit 10 and 11. And it says, and he blessed them and sent them away, saying, the children of God of heaven give you a prosperous journey, my children. And he said to his daughter, honor thy father and thy mother-in-law, which are now thy parents, that I may hear good report of thee. And he kissed her. Edna also said to Tobias, the Lord of heaven restore thee, my dear brother, and grant that I may see thy children of my daughter Sarah before I die, that I may rejoice before the Lord. Behold, I commit my daughter unto thee of special trust. Wherefore do not entreat her evil. And this father did not entrust his daughter to this young 17-year-old guy, because you have to remember, as the scripture also says, when you go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, does thou have a daughter? Yes. This is Ecclesiasticus 24, 7 and 24. It says, hast thou daughters? Have care of their body. Okay, watch over them. And it says, and show not thyself cheerful toward them. Okay, it's one thing to take care of them, but you can't be too lovey-dovey because they have to know you mean business for this reason coming up. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. And the father perceived in this young boy that he did not have understanding, and therefore he could not entrust his daughter to her. And plus, his daughter's only 14 years old. What the hell does she know? Does she know how to cook and clean and sew and provide for herself? Does she know of of the things, or should I say the qualities that a woman needs to maintain a happy, holy, and healthy household? No. So if she don't, he know this guy definitely don't have what it takes to be a man. Or at least he doesn't have it right now to be able to provide for her. Because as the scripture says, when you have a wife, you have to be able to provide her food, her clothes, her raiment. What was it? Mm, I think it's in the law. Mm, hmm. Let me type in food. See if I can bring. Let me put it on pause. See if I can. Here it is. It's the closest thing I could find to it. That this is. It still applies though. It's Exodus 21, and I'm gonna do 9, and it says 21 and 9. And if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So this is the reason why this father could not, in good conscience, give his daughter over to this 17-year-old boy or man, because he could not entrust him to her because he could not provide for her. It is sad to say that, this situation could not be resolved in a less fatal manner. But, you have situations that unfortunately end up like this. And, it costed the father his life, protecting his daughter from a guy that he felt that was unworthy. Sad story, but, that's just what it is. So I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.